Hey everyone, welcome back to Cuddy's Bookshelf. So today I have a little haul for you all. I've got a mix of books, so there is mafia romance, there's contemporary romance, there's fantasy romance, there's just fantasy. There is also a non-fiction in here, so I will jump straight in. The first book I want to talk about is the last in a trilogy, and it's the Atlas Complex. This is the last in the Atlas 6 trilogy. So we had the Atlas 6, the Atlas Paradox, and now the Atlas Complex. So I'm really looking forward to this. So this whole, obviously I won't read the back of this one because spoilers, but this whole trilogy is about 6 young magicians that gets the chance to join this secret society, but first they have to pass the initiation. They get scouted out by a very mysterious character called Atlas Blakely, and he lets them, for a year they have to live together, and he lets them have access to the society's archives, and they will be tested on the knowledge that they can bring to the society, that they will gain from access to the archives. And only 5 of them will make it out of initiation. So they're in a battle to actually be able to join in this society. It just sounds really, really good. I can't wait to get to it. I really can't. The next book is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I have seen this everywhere. The hype has got me intrigued. I mean, it does make me a bit wary of it at the same time, because sometimes I don't like it. But this one does sound really good. It is a fantasy romance set in this alluring magical world, and it follows a girl called Payden, who is a ordinary human, but she is pretending to be a psychic because she is in a world full of elites and they have all of these powers, and for just ordinary people they get banished and removed from their kingdom. So Payden is pretending that she is a psychic so she can stay, and it just follows her story. I know that it's got romance in it. I am really intrigued about this one. A fantasy romance to sink my teeth into. I've got the second one pre-ordered, so I'm hoping that I love this, but I'm not sure when it comes out. Should have really looked that up, sorry about that, but it comes out soon. The next 2 books are a duology, so it is One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. I have seen these everywhere. The hype has got to me, as you would have seen. I have got a couple of hype books at the minute, but I did see these before that they was released and they intrigued me then, and then they got loads of hype, so I sort of kept away from them. But I know last year a lot of people put this up there with Fourth Wing and Divine Rivals, so I am intrigued. So I have both of these because I have a feeling once I get to the end of this one I'm going to want to jump into this one, which is normally the case for me. This follows a woman who has an ancient spirit inside her head. She calls it a nightmare, but this spirit protects her. It knows all of her secrets. It stays with her all of the time, but nothing ever comes for free, especially magic. One day she meets this mysterious highwayman along the forest road and gets sucked in to a world full of shadow and deception. Together they go on this dangerous quest to find a cure for the town Blunder, where they have dark magic infesting it. As the stakes get higher and their unavoidable attraction towards each other gets stronger, she has to face her darkest secret yet. The nightmare is starting to take over her mind, and she doesn't think she has the ability to stop it. And I just think that sounds great, and I can't wait to read it. I have the duology of them. I just think they sound really good, and I want to see what the hype is all about. So I have those 2. The next book is Feybound by Sarah El Arifi. It is the same author that did The Final Strike and The Battle Drum, and I haven't read those yet, but I've heard really, really good things about them, and I really want to get to them this year, as well as this one. And this one just sounds so good. This is about 2 elven sisters. One is a warrior in the Elven War, and the other is practicing to be a diviner, which is her trying to find prophecies for a better future, when one day a fatal mistake leads to them being exiled past the elven borderlands, where they come across a Fae court, where to them, Fae has not been seen for a millennium, and Fae and humans are just like fable to them now, they're just fairy tales. So they are in shock. The sisters are thrust into this seductive Fae world and become torn between their loyalty to each other, the loyalty to the elven lands, and a loyalty to their own heart. And it goes from there, and it just sounds incredible. When I pre-ordered this, I wasn't expecting the hype that it got, but straight away this has got so much hype, and I'm really happy that I managed to pre-order a copy when I did, and I just think it sounds incredible. So yeah, another fantasy romance by an author I'm really excited to read from. So yeah, Faebound. So the next book is very off-brand for me. I don't normally read that many like memoirs or anything, but this one had me intrigued. So when I was younger, and this sounds really bad because it was when I was in my young teens as well, there was a program called Girls of the Playboy Mansion, bear with me, and which was Hugh Hefner's girlfriends, if you know anything about Playboy. But anyway, this sounds so weird, but it was a TV show that was based on Hugh Hefner's girlfriends at the time, who is the creator of Playboy. I read one of the girls that was his like favourite girlfriend on that TV show. I read her book, Down the Rabbit Hole, and I really enjoyed it because when I was younger, Playboy was everywhere. I mean, I don't know how it was targeted at such a younger audience, but you could get everything Playboy. And I was quite obsessed. I used to collect Playboy magazines and all sorts. That was when I got older, by the way. When I used to go to Comic-Con and that, I used to... Don't get me started. Anyway. And I read Down the Rabbit Hole by Holly Madison and really enjoyed that one. So I got Hugh Hefner's wife's, Crystal Hefner, Only Say Good Things, Surviving Playboy and Finding Myself. So this goes into Crystal's memoir of what her time was like with Hugh Hefner and how she learnt to rebuild herself after the misogynistic men that she had been around. And the title of it, Only Say Good Things, is one of the things Hugh Hefner said to her as he was getting older, and was like, when I die and you speak about the Playboy and him and everything, he just asked her to only say good things. So I don't think she's gonna. And I'm just intrigued. It's only a small one. I have got a video in mind where I read some autobiographies or biographies or memoirs or whatever. And this one is on there. I just think, I'm just nosy basically. And I just want to know more information on the Playboy Mansion. So I got this. The next two books are by the same author and they're both contemporary romances. I'm really excited for both of these. I did haul and wrap one for my yearly books, know my TBR and wrapping. I did wrap one of this author's books for that also, but I'm really excited to get to these two as well. They sound so good. So the first one is Rootbound and the author is Tara Dewitt, and this one is about a woman who has gone through a really bad divorce and she has rebuilt herself up and she is proud of where she has managed to get to. She is doing a job that she loves, which is photography. It is her dream job. But she is estranged from her family since her parents got divorced when she was 7. And she only really talks to her sister. She has no really strong human attachment anywhere else other than her sister. Her photography contract gets her assigned to her old childhood home. And so she is insisted, like she's got to do it basically. And so she goes in the mind of she does not want to form any attachments with any relatives that is there. She is just going to do a job because this house that she's going to is now featured on a famous TV program or something along those lines. So she goes to do the job. And there she meets Henry, and Henry is a cowboy. He owes a lot to the Logan family. They basically raised him and recruited him and gave him a purpose in life. So he is very protective of the Logan family. So when Tate shows up, to do these photographs and that lot. He gets very protective of her, and Henry and Tate do not get along to start with, but they start getting closer and it goes from there. I'm really excited about it and I'm looking forward to it. I think it sounds really, really good. I'm really intrigued to try this author's writing because, like I say, I have got a few of their books now and I'm so excited to find hopefully a favourite new author in the contemporary romance genre. So the next book by Tara Dewitt is The Co-op, and this is about a couple who had a little fling when they was teens, and then a decade later their grandmothers have left them the ownership to this Santa Cruz building which really needs renovating, but she has the money to renovate it, but she cannot access this money until she is married. He has the know-how in the contracting, how to rebuild the building and get it all fixed up, but he doesn't have the money to do so. So they make a pact to get married just while they fix the building up, and then they will make a profit, get divorced and share it equally, and that is their plan. I don't think it's gonna work. But yeah, I just think that it sounds really, really good concept, and another contemporary romance by Tara DeWitt that I am really excited for. Honestly, I can't wait to get to these. And then the last two books in this haul I am so excited for, because these two authors have very, very fastly last year become one of my favourite authors. The series that I have read from them is one of my favourite series of all time. I am obsessed, and I really, really, really wanted to get to more of their books this year. So I didn't buy the books that are in the same world as the series I've already read, because I want to be able to buy more than just two of the books. I want to buy a chunk of them when I read that, because I know what I'm like. I'm going to need more. So I'm going to collect them a little bit more slowly, and then... But in the meantime, I brought one of their duologies, and this is a mafia romance. Completely different to the series that I read. The series I read is a fantasy series, so it's got plenty of smut in it, but it's a fantasy series, so you have vampires, dragons, everything else in there. But these two are Beautiful Carnage and Beautiful Savage, and they are by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. And I was on about the Zodiac Academy. So if you watched any of my videos last year, you know I was obsessed with the Zodiac Academy. So I can't wait to get into these. They, like I say, they are completely different to anything I've read by these two authors before. And that is what intrigues me the most, because I am obsessed with their writing. I really am. I can't wait to get into these. So obviously I'll not read the back of this one because... spoilers, it's a duology, but the back of this one says, "Her family killed my brother, so I stole his bride. I was there to murder her father, but when I saw her walking down the aisle, she's been my secret obsession for too long. Salome was the perfect payment for their crimes. Now she's mine. Mine to claim, mine to possess, mine to destroy. Her fiancé is still hunting for us, but his bride might not be so innocent by the time he tracks her down. I'm lining her family up like dominoes, and she'll be the first to fall, unless I fall prey to temptation and decide to keep her for myself." And I think I've only read one other dark mafia type romance. I've read other dark romances, but this is the second mafia one, and I am just so intrigued to see what Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti do with a mafia romance. I am so excited. I am so excited. And the illustrations, I did know how when you get a new book and you just flip and then you're like, oh, the illustrations in here. I love. There is another one, hold on. How How beautiful are those? Love it. Absolutely love it. And I just can't wait to get to these. I really can't. I'm so excited. So yeah, that is all the books that I got to share with you. I hope that you enjoyed this little haul. I'm so excited for the books that I've hauled in this video. Oh. I have new books from Suzanne Valenti and Caroline Peckham, which makes my little heart happy. I have books to make me be a bit more nosy. I have more romances. I have some Fae world that I can go into. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Let me know what books you have recently hauled. If you're really excited about them. Any anticipated releases coming your way. Let me know. Let's get excited together because I'm so excited. And also let me know if you plan on reading any of the books that I've hauled, if you've already read some, because I know that not all of them are new out. So let me know if you've read like Powerless and stuff. I'll be interested to know, or you know. And also let me know if you've read Zodiac Academy. If you're new here, let me know if you've read it. Let's become best friends over the Zodiac Academy. But anyway, enough about Zodiac Academy. I'll let you go. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more from me, please subscribe. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. This whole trilogy is about 6 young magicians. This whole trilogy is about 6 young magicians. Another fantasy romance. No, it's not another. So the next 2 books are a duology, and it is One Dark Window and 2 Twisted Crowns. These are by Rachel Gillig. I think that's how you say it. The next book is Feybound by Sarah L. Arifi. This is by the it is the same author that did The Final Strike. Is it The Final Strike? Yeah. Where they come across a Fey court, whereas to them, Fey haven't been seen for a millennium. I'm really excited. I just think it sounds. I'm really excited about it. I just think it sounds really. I'm not excited. I can't speak. And then a decade later, their grandma, Mars. And then a decade later, their grandmothers have left them joint. What's it called? Joint ownership. That's the word I was looking for. And he has the know-how to rebuild the building. But these 2 are. Ow! Any anticipated releases coming? Did anyone see that in my face? Oh, I get to put them on my shelf now. I'm so excited.